Hello everybody, it's Valence back with another video. Yeah, I got another video for you. What's going on here? Today is a tutorial for a fantasy tower house. So these are the blocks we will be using. This video is sped up, so if it's too fast, please slow it down. So pause and create that. The red stands for just like pillars, and the white and pink are what are going to be the walls. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the pillars of the house. I'm mixing it up with the with the logs. Just kind of something different. You don't really see this combo often, and you're like, does it really work? But trust me, it works in the long run. And then we're gonna start with like an arch that's gonna connect the pillars together, which I really liked. I liked how I did that, and I was really happy with it. I'm sure I'm not the only one in the world who's done this, because Minecraft is often repetitive patterns. I do also mess up a little bit in this. I'm not perfect, but I will tell you when I do and tell you not to do it. Or you can just mess up with me and we'll fix it together. So we got the first little arch pillar kind of going, and we're gonna go up one. Now the two on the side are not the same, but the back and the front are the same. Just like that. And then we're gonna come over here, and these are different, okay? Wait, no, these are the same. These ones are the same. My bad. I forgot where I was at. Directional challenged, maybe? So yeah, you're just gonna bring these up at the same height as that over there, and then you're gonna copy the arch thing with the stairs. And even I have to look at it because I have like a short memory. This is my design, all of it, but I can't seem to remember what I'm doing half the time. Like, you'll see me more than once go over and look at something I just did because I have to copy it because I can't remember. Which, you gotta love that for me and you, because you're here. Please stay. I'm not desperate. Okay, and then we're gonna come over here and do this one. This one's smaller, and this one will be on the side of the tower. So it's kind of the same, just it's not gonna be connected to like a wall. It's gonna be connected to a stone. And then you're gonna make a little arch, if you will call that an arch. I don't know. And then bam. There you go. Good job. And like I said, I forget things. I'll see it and I'll be like, oh. So now we're doing this kind of like porch. It's the best thing I can describe it. Of mossy cobblestone and cobblestone, plus the stairs. I do like adding the stairs as if it's like run down a bit and the stone has cracked away. I think that gives a good story aspect, or just something visual. I do struggle with the stairs sometimes, I'm gonna let you know. Point. But I got it. Okay. Now I do end up removing those because I didn't like them. And then I'm gonna spread it out because I want it to kind of have like, it's almost like a natural like, I don't know how to explain it. The porch isn't just lines. I want it to spread a bit. Okay, and then we're gonna do one more porch on this side. Yep, me looking at that because I can't remember how many I had before the lodestone. Now this one is different. I do not mirror it exactly. I just kind of do what I want to do. And feel free to do that too. Your creative freedom is much so welcome. So is your feedback. Just don't roast me. Okay, now that you got that, we're gonna add the stairs. Yep, here's me struggling with the stairs again. Now, why didn't I just get a full stone block? I don't know. You'll see me do that more than once today. And if you want, you can go, because I forgot to do it. You can go one out, like on where the structural lines are with that stone. Because there is going to be a wall, so we're gonna need the porch there, like floor. Which you can just follow me with that, because I will go back and do that. Okay, but here's what we have. Now we've changed blocks because we're gonna be working on the there's a couple of walls here going on. And then this is when I realized that I forgot the whole floor thing underneath this. But this is there's almost 2 sets of walls if you want to think about it. This would be the first, and then the next would be with the spruce trapdoor and door. It's just generally another arch, actually. That's better put. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. Change it. Or what I was thinking with the fence there. In my mind, I wanted a fence there somehow, and I just ended up changing it. Because, truth be told, I do not come up with the plan beforehand. That would become tedious, I would get bored, and I just kind of do it on the whim, and then I explain how I'm doing it, sort of. I'm a very see and do kind of person. So you're just gonna add the trapdoors, and you're gonna build it up until it covers the holes where the stairs are. And then you're gonna leave a spot for the door. Okay, here's me not understanding the concept of how you place trapdoors, despite me playing Minecraft since I was a child. I mean, I wasn't always a builder. Building came later, so I'll blame that. So that's what we have. I really like that, and you're gonna build this up a bit. We're gonna save some room because the roof will kind of give us more height, as in how to build up the next floor wall. So this, I ended up going trapdoor glass, and then trapdoor up against the glass. Again, not understanding what the heck I'm doing. Nope. That's what I wanted. Initially what I wanted. I don't know how I place things. Again, not understanding the concept of things. Glass ain't gonna fit there, honey. Okay, sorry, let me roast myself. So now we're just gonna add some fence. And that's what we'll have. It may look a little questionable now, but once we add the roof. Oh, apparently I don't add that. JK, I thought I did. I didn't like it, I guess. Okay. I don't even know my own self. So now we're just gonna come over here and we're gonna be building up the arch wall. It's gonna be a lot smaller than, of course, the front and the back. We're gonna save some room for a window. Or not a window. Okay. I really don't know. This is a voiceover, and sometimes I have no idea what I'm doing, so if you don't, that's okay. Oh my god, she can't do it. Okay, so now that we have that, that's what that's look like, and that's what it will stay like. Trust. Okay, and now we're not doing exactly the same thing on this side. We are adding more of a window. Because I don't like, I mean, I do like doors to get like to the front and back. But this is such a big wall that I feel like it would take up so much useful space. So we're doing an arch. And then we're going to be adding some stairs. Now I did switch up the arch. It's kind of an arch in my eyes still. Yeah. And again, if this video is too fast, please slow it down. Do not leave. Now we are copying the same design over here, where you just mix up the wood. Okay, now that you have that, give yourself a little hand clap, and we're gonna move on to the next. Now, for some reason, I was trying to remove the grass here because I knew what I wanted, but the grass would have stayed. So I tried to put cobblestone underneath it for some reason, thinking it was almost an inside bit, but it's not. It's an outside bit. But I do replace it back to grass. Adding another window. Okay, and that is that wall. So now we're gonna come and we're gonna connect the two walls together as normal homes are connected. Well, this isn't a normal home, in fact. And I believe on one side I do end up having to remove one of these or both of them. I think it's just one due to the roof design I chose. So you can build it, and then I can honestly not tell you which one I had to replace. Okay. Now we're just gonna add some fences for like a 3D texture that you can barely tell, but it's there nonetheless. We're gonna come on the other side and do the same exact thing. And there you have it. That is that part of the house that is connected now. So we are going to change blocks because we are going to start on the tower. These are the blocks you're going to need for the tower. I do end up having to add some, I believe, but that's okay. So you're just going to follow the outline. So the mossy cobble is supposed to act as like a dark, like the shadow texture in this. Feel free to mix it up how you would like, but I do give like the shape of the tower. Now when it comes to the roof and the tower and how they interact, I do end up having to remove the trim half of the top of the roof, but it works out. Even though I love the top of the trim of the roof prior to the tower, I didn't take an account. Again, I don't plan these ahead of time, I just do it. I did not take account of making like the circle around on top of the roof. I tried to, but I did not do well. And in the back of this tower, it is bigger. Like, I think it's, I don't know. It's like got, I think 3 instead of 2 on the sides. I think that's how I did that. So I want it more elongated. And I leave that bit there because I'm thinking, I tried to think about the roof of the other house, and then of the house, so I end up removing that because the roof and how it's gonna play out. Okay, now we're gonna come up on this side. It is, as you can see, it goes out like 3. I'm gonna build this up. I guess it's kind of 2, but it works as 3. On, I think, the other side. Okay, we're gonna add this, and then we are going to use upside down stairs around the top half. Now, I kind of mix it up with the stairs. The direction doesn't technically matter. I don't think I end up sticking with like a certain direction. Do mix up the stone for like good texture, because looking at the same block, especially cobblestone, it does get kind of boring if you don't mix it with something else. Okay, now that you got the stairs, I believe I'm gonna take that out now. Yes, okay. I'm gonna put where I missed. And I will start on the, I don't start on the roof part. I meant to say I will start on the top half of this. This isn't even the roof yet. But I go up 1, I believe, 1 or 2. We'll see. And then I come out like that, making sure they're all connected to each other, or trying to anyway. Okay, now you got that shape, which I think the stair upside down gives it so much texture. Now, for some reason, I was thinking I was trying to do 2 on this, but I go with 1 space, and then I think I add stone. So don't do this, just go ahead and delete, or it's the, whatever this block's called, can't remember, smooth stone. Yes, I ended up just doing this. And there you have that part. And then now I think I'm gonna work on the roof. Here are the blocks. You've got the gradient of kind of the blue, Now it does change a little bit on the tower roof. I think I start off with powder on the tower roof, or not powder, maybe, I think a different color of wool. And I didn't like it, so I changed to powder. But that's not important. So you're gonna go 2 up and then slab. And then I end up bringing that to a full block, then slab under, and then slab out. You're gonna do stair, stair, upside down stair, 2 high, upside down stair, 2 high again, and then stair, stair, block. And then you're gonna bring that out on 2 on top, make it 3. Then on the third one, you're gonna do 2 from protruding from the out. And then I come out, and I want it to give this a little bit of pizzazz. Something whimsical, magical feeling. So I do struggle for a minute. But it's basically block half, just going out in a vertical direction. And then I kind of mess up that part, and I'm like, what did I do? How do I fix it? And then I'm like, okay, I was overthinking it nonetheless. It took me a minute to like fully get that one vertical. Because I do it wrong. It's all really trial by error when you're testing things. And it's okay. And you can totally leave this part out. And for some reason, I was thinking, oh yeah, the wool is gonna work on that. No, but I do put wool on the flat surfaces of the front of the roof that aren't, like I try to do it here again, and I'm like, oh no, I should have knew that. So that's basically the outline of the roof. And then you'll go with purple all along, but I believe I go down here. I do, okay. So you got 1, you go, what am I doing? So 2 slab, and then 2 slab again. Stair, stair, upside down stair, and then on the stair a slab, and then you connect them like so. And apparently I do change it, yep, to a stair. So just change it to a stair and then a slab. Because if I don't like something, I'm not going to keep it in there for convenience to a tutorial. I'm sure you rather have the best version of like whatever I can do for you. Sure, can this be better by some professional builder? 100%. But it's just you and I here today. We're both here because, well. And I do, yeah, there we go. And the blue vibe does really add, the blue like mixed in with the purple. I really like how that turned out. It looks even better on the tower. It just gives like the whimsical. If I would have added a different color, it would have gave a different vibe, I feel like. So I am really pleased with that. And then we just bring the wood across. And then here's me looking because I cannot remember for the life of me what I do at one moment and then to the next. So I will look a couple of times until it finally clicks with me what I did. Thinking, yeah, there you go. You got this. Okay, now she has it memorized, so follow along. And then it's easier to look over if something seems off. Look over at the other roof trim, I guess you can call it, because I know I did that doing this. If it matches up, that means you've got it. So you're gonna go out 2. The third one, you're gonna put 2 out. And then you're gonna go up 1 with this. I'm trying to figure out how blocks work. So you're gonna start with a stair. Slab. It's gonna be, I think, slab. No, stair, slab, slab. Or nope, stair, slab, stair, slab. Or it's gonna be every 2. It's every 2. So stair, 2 slabs, and then this one. This was why I was kind of sad, because I really liked the top trim of this roof. That it does end up, because the tower does grow a lot in like height and somewhat width span. But I did know I needed to add the roof on to see try to get the idea of the relation to the tower and the roof. Didn't work out that well, but you know. So you're just gonna bring, the first row is gonna be all purple. All this luscious. And then you're gonna start off, you're gonna go up 1, and I believe I start mixing some of the warped wood with the cherry wood. And then I go from some of that to the wool. We're gonna do this basically too, just adding slightly bit more wool, and then we're gonna go to wool all together. And we are gonna be mixing it with the wood. And we're gonna do this, add more wood to it. Okay, look at that. And then I decided I wanted to add some wood right there. Just because. And then we're gonna go in, we're gonna add some, which the carpet stays on this side, but the other side, I do believe it's removed. So you don't have to put it, and then there you go. I really like how that turned out. There's kind of like a shape going on to it, color, a vibe, I don't know. And then you're gonna do the same thing nonetheless, just you can do it different pattern if you'd like. With like placing, you don't have to mirror that side completely. Okay, adding some warped wood. Now, is this house survival friendly? Probably not. Unless you're one of those tryhards, go for it, man. It's definitely not a day 1 house. I'll say that, yeah. You don't have to be a tryhard, it's just not a day 1 house. Unless you love going into the nether on day 1, then be my guest. Now we're just gonna start adding more warped wood and wool together. And then on the next one, it's gonna be more wool with warped wood. And then I mix in some wood just to, I like to stretch out kind of the textures on where they would come out. And we're gonna do the wood and the wool. Bring out the wood, more wood on this one. Whoops, and there you go. I'm gonna put carpet on this, but don't put carpet on this. Just don't do it. On that side anyways. The carpet's okay, but not on that side. And generally I go back and put the wool where it's supposed to go? I do, okay. So that, and then if I don't know if I do it up on the trim of this side, like I did the other side, And if I didn't, go ahead and copy that, because honestly don't remember. And then here's me doing slightly better. I'm getting in the hang of it. Kind of. Okay, I do put the wool. That's good. I remembered. So I wouldn't put the wool there, or it's the one down, I believe. I don't know. Okay, and there you have it. You've got your house. It's coming along. I really like how that's turning out. And now I believe I'm going to fill in. Oh, I got a roof over here. I totally forgot about this roof over here. It's just so, it doesn't stick out really. Well, the roof will, more so compared to the. And I was planned on doing all dark oak planks for the roof, and then I'm like, I want color. I like myself some color. So I do end up just adding the color more so after I get the wood down. So now that you've got that shape going, you're going to add the wool, or not the wool, the wood. I do remove that. And I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna bring the wood down a bit. I'm gonna mix it up with the warped. Okay, now you have that. We are going to get the next set of blocks here shortly. After we are gonna be working on the walls again. Mostly, I don't know, you wanna call it walls, I guess, but it's in the roof, so I think it's kind of funny. You are gonna bring those up. You're gonna leave a space for a window. I believe I mimic the window that I have down there. I just add like a sort of barrier with, oh yep, just trap yourself in the house, why don't you? And then me again, not understanding the concept of how trapdoors work. Okay, and then we're gonna go with the spruce. I don't know what I about said. Okay, and I struggle figuring out where I want this, so I ended up bringing it down pretty low to where the other window is. Kind of making like this little arch. And generally, you could add a spruce plank in the middle if you want it. Partly, I sort of want it to. I just was a little lazy on going in there. So we're doing the same thing on this side, the exact same thing. And look at that, she still struggles a little bit. And I believe it's on this side. I like miss the one or two blocks straight up at the top because I just generally did not look up. Or maybe it's one. No, it's not on this side, so it might be the other side. Maybe I'm Delulu. Oh, PSA, on one of the sides of the house, I do miss I think it's a wall, or unless I did fix it. Because I do know at the end I noticed it and I fixed it, but I'm not sure if I left that in video. And then I end up going with another trapdoor kind of there, more so pushed out, and then I place a block. Kind of give it a different depth, and it kind of looks like a face to me, and I kind of like it. Put a trapdoor there. Okay, so here we are. We're back at doing the tower. You're just gonna build it up. I need a block. Lodestone. That's what I was missing. Okay, so you're just gonna build it out one, and then you're gonna go back another. You're gonna do the stairs, how we did the stairs. So generally you can't really see that we went back, I guess, now that I think about that. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna come on the other side and we're going to do the same thing. Add the upside down stair, and then you're gonna go ahead, put the block. And then we were gonna go ahead and do the upside down stairs again. That's not upside down. Where? And then you have that. What am I doing? See, I tried to get it to curve how I want it to curve, but I never truly did. It looks good, yeah. But in my mind, it just didn't do it how I wanted it to. It got better by a little. So I'm just coming over here. I don't know, I might actually switch it back. I'm not really sure. Now I'm trying to see, because I didn't plan out like the circle top on the top of the house, which I do. You can roast me for that bit. I do think I should have planned that out beforehand, because it just wasn't it. And then I just go ahead and I take it back how I had it. Almost, I think. It might be the same. That's not what I needed. There we go. So there we have it. That's what it's gonna look like there. And then I have to remove all of the wool. Maybe not all of the wool. Some of the wool. And then I'm gonna go up one more with lodestone and stone. Kind of adding like a checkered gradient, but I'm mixing up because I want it stone. Okay, we're gonna go up one more with, and here's when I realized I needed to remove some of the roof. I was slightly sad, because I really liked how that bit turned out. Sure, if you want to build it differently than I, go for it, leave that roof. But I want it to be as if the tower was coming, like the house and the tower were built. Like merge together. So you're just gonna bring that up. And you're gonna finish adding the smooth stone. Again, yes, I could have got a block to do this, but I'm extra. And then you're gonna have that come out, connecting them, like make sure there's always like a connection with the one. Okay, and there is that bit. I do believe we go up from here. Yep, we go up. Now I cannot remember. Okay, yeah. So I do mess up the one side, and then once I figure it out on the other side, I go back and I fix it. And I'm like, this looks different. What am I doing? And it's because I have no, like that's what I wanted originally. And what makes it different is I realized it over there is a 2x2, like there's two, on the right corner, which wasn't intentional, but no, it does not affect the way it looks out in the long run. And then you bring it up one with stone, and then you're gonna not connect these fully. So that's the bit that kind of threw me off in making this, and I did realize that, and I tried to go and fix it, but I'm like, well, what can I do now? I mean, I think maybe I do bring it out one. Do I bring it out one? We shall see. So I bring it out one, yeah. Maybe. So yeah, I bring it out one and then I change it because I noticed something felt a little off building it and I just couldn't place it up until that point. But it still doesn't affect how things turned out. So it was this side I messed up, not the other. My bad. Don't shoot the informer and the doer. Okay, now that you've got that going, we're gonna hurry up and finish this off right here. And we're gonna add another on this side. And some on this side. And then some on this side. Okay, but they are not connecting like the ones below did. So you see how this has kind of gone up. We are gonna start on the roof now. I had so much fun. I also confused myself doing the roof. So there's not much I can do to explain it to you other than for you to probably slow it down and just copy what I do. Because even I did not know what I was doing. I didn't, believe it or not, I've never done a roof like this. Ever. So yeah, I'm like, hey, let's make a tower. I've never done that before. Let's make it into a tutorial too. So it's actually not that hard. I just go out on the trim and then every that I could put it on the stone, and then I realized I wanted that to come out. One on the stone that connects it, and then it goes out from there. And at some point I do fix the broken piece of stone there, so do not worry. So you're just gonna try to make the wood in the middle and then have two trapdoors. There's gonna be one that doesn't have anything on it, more so towards the back. You're gonna add 3 here, add 1 more on each side, and then you are going to connect them, and then you're gonna add a trap door. I end up don't liking that, so it's just trapdoor and then there's a space. And then you're gonna do the same thing. There's gonna be one that's left more towards the back that has nothing on it. And then you're gonna just repeat. And then that. And then we're gonna be doing the same thing on this side as well. Leaving 2, matching it up with the, I don't know what to call those. Then trapdoor, trapdoor. And that is how it should look. Okay, and now this bit I did struggle a little bit. So watch me fix that. So I couldn't figure out how I wanted this to go up in any way, if I wanted it to be a full block right there. And then I realized I'm gonna replace that, and then I destroyed that too. Whoops. And then I'm like, And then this is what I have, but it's I want it to be different, or I tried to make it different, but it just ended up me fiddling around for a few seconds. I do figure it out. Do not worry. And this is what I end up with, or I might churn it. I do churn it. Okay, but that's what I end up with. It's 2 stairs, 2 blocks. Or not, no, it's 2 stairs, a block on each side of that stair, and then another stair. So the curve kind of confused me, and I was like, do I want to destroy some of these blocks? That is touching the stone, which would be the blocks that we placed, obviously. But then I could not figure out how it would churn, like how I wanted it to churn. But I do end up, I believe, putting a full block there. Yep. No. Oh, I keep breaking things. So what I did needed to do is churn that, which I didn't, I guess I did not like the way it looked. I'm sorry. I should have edited that bit out. But here we are, I'm voiceovering now, and you're just gonna have to live with my mistakes. So I believe I get frustrated and then fix that. And then I go back. I'm kind of trying to copy that. So that will come out too. And then this is when I decide I'm removing. I figured there was a moment when I decided that. I'm removing the slabs we placed that are touching the stone. And then it's like that, and then I go ahead and I do the same thing on the other side. And there you have it. After a few minutes of struggling, we have it. It does look good in the long run, so if you did stick through that and didn't just rage quit, that is what it would look like. So here I was trying to figure out if I wanted to go up one more with wood, or if I wanted to just start with the cherry wood bit. I do go up with the cherry wood. Which cherry wood is purple? And then you just kind of come out like this, just following the grid that we've laid out for ourselves. So this step is pretty simple. Fixing that bit. Or did I just destroy it just to make it the same? I don't know. And then you go up. That is what it will look like. It starts to come together. Get happy for yourself. And then you come up. I do try to mix it to like I'm placing it on some and then I'm going out some. And for some reason, I decided to put a block on that side when I need to put one on the other side. Not sure. I probably didn't see it in the moment. But there should be like 1 or 2 gaps out. I'm not positive. But initially the other side's a little wonky. I think I go back and fix it because I realized it over here. Yeah. I'm just gonna fix that. It's more or less the same. It's just, I think, one off on one end. And then I guess that's what we're doing. No, none of it's even. And no, I try to make it even, but I don't really care if it's not even. It's a whimsical magical tower if everything is proper and prim. That wouldn't be true. But I do fix this. Please tell me I fix it. Do I fix it? I don't fix it. Okay, it is bothering me that I did not fix that bit. And sometimes when you're building, you don't realize what you do when you do it. She fixes it, sort of. She fixes it enough. She fixes it. Aw, give her a pat on the back. Yeah, literally just listening to music and building this. Didn't really think anything through. Just place and build, man. Now you're gonna start adding more warped wood into the mix. You're just basically gonna be going up in 1. Okay, there you have it, my folks. You're gonna now go not on top of that one, but you are going up. We're adding a bunch more warped. I don't know if I mix it with this. I don't believe I mix any with this. I believe I go up and start mixing it after I follow somewhat of a grid. And here's when I mix it. Yeah. Now I might change that with wool. I cannot remember. Because in my mind, the wool is darker than the wood. Yeah, I do. Okay. Because I do change it with the wool. Now the lighter wool, I don't use at all. I end up changing it to concrete powder at the very top. And no, it does not fall because we proof. And there we go. We're gonna go up, I believe, up and out, like up and in on the next one. No, we go straight up. Okay, we go straight up. I mean, it looks good in the long run, so I guess. Oh yeah, yep, see, it looks good. We're going up. And this is when we go up and out. Or in. I say out, but it's really in. And you just keep going up and out or up and in until really you reach a point where you're like, okay, this is as far as we can go. And I believe it's around here when I decide, yeah, I take a look at it. I'm one of those persons. You gotta step back to see if what you're doing is actually okay. Okay, so here's when I'm like, I'll start adding, I think, the light wool after I transition. Because I wanted to, actually, I don't know why I'm adding this one right here. Yeah, I was like, I don't know why I'm adding that wool right there. I was on warped, or not warped, well, yeah. Whatever this one's called, I can't think of it. And then this is a little wonky a bit. Yeah. I don't like the way I did that. So we're gonna go 2, 1, make that into a 2, 1. We're gonna go, yeah, okay. I see what I'm doing. The question is, do you? I fear my mind is too ADHD to follow, because even I'm questioning half the time what I'm doing. But as long as you enjoy this or even watch it, it's something. Even if you're just watching it for your amusement. That's when I'm like, no, I didn't like the color of the wool. It was like not I don't know what color this is. Cyan? Maybe? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I was like, that does not match. In my head it matched. It didn't match on paper. On paper. On screen. So you make this flat so you can then add the concrete, which is slightly darker, but it adds a good texture change up at the top. Who says the top has to be directly light? I mean, probably the people who are in art. I mean, whoopsie. I'm not sure. Yeah, I kind of blacked out there. Someone might have came in the room. I did not know that. I just stood there and just zoned out. Or I might have been zoning out. Who knows? And then we're going to bring that up. And then up. So that's what it looks like. If you don't want the trim around it, or the little, well, you can add the swirly bits. But if you don't want the trim around it, that's fine. Because I think I almost prefer it without the trim on it, but I already did it, so. But I do love the little wood, I don't know what to call it, the little curvature I add to the sides on it. And I didn't actually have a plan on doing this. I was like, well, it's whimsical at the last minute, so let's make it whimsical. Even more whimsical. And I wanted to add like a big, something not big, but something that like evens it out on one side. And then I do another on the other side. So that's what we have so far. Now I do this on this side. I don't think I remembered to do it on the other, so you can do it on the other side. But it's not like, I didn't even realize I didn't do it, so I don't think other people would realize if you didn't do it. It's like the under bit. And then I'm trying to even kind of keep it a little even though I know they're gonna go in different directions. Now right now it's definitely giving Old Man Wizard vibe. And I do change that because I realized I messed up the start. So I wanted it to look even till the point it wasn't. Like right now, this gives off evil wizard man with a mustache. And we gotta fix that real quick. Unless you're into evil wizard men with mustaches. I'm not gonna judge. Not understanding carpet and stuff like that. Also, don't add the carpet. Just, it's a waste of your time. Because I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna add some trim on this. Let's see if it'll look good. I mean, it doesn't look awful. I'm not saying it looks awful. I like the trim and I don't like the trim at the same time. But on, I think it's this level is when I add it. so the carpet's kind of useless. Which I do like the carpet on that. And then we're gonna go down. I don't know how I do these. I just one day realized I could do it. Like curve. And then I came back with, because I realized I want to put hanging lights on it. Not just have something whimsy. So it is a good light source. This is kind of dark. I should have added some, I mean, I'm in a peaceful world, so it doesn't matter to me. But I should have added some source of light just to add like some vibrancy, life around it, other than just here, because this is the only light I do add. Now, usually if I am in a survival world, I do hardcore decorate everything. Like, I'll put plants everywhere, leaves, lanterns. So definitely think if this was in a hardcore survival world, yeah, you need to light this place up. You don't want to die. Again, just kind of doing it willy-nilly. I don't know how one day I decided, oh yeah, I can just make these weird curly bits. I think I've only done this once before, and I did it in a short video. For like, it was a mushroom and it had a curl or something like that. I don't remember. I do a lot of random stuff. Now, depending on the vibe, you can totally make this like dark fantasy, which is what I kind of think about it being, is mysterious and dark. But that's what we have. I really like it like this. And I like it with the trim too. But here's, you can choose to stop here or you can add the trim. I do think I go around because I want, oh, I do add more lanterns. Yeah, guys, I think I do. No, I add, we're just gonna fill that in with that because I don't feel like getting trapdoors out of my inventory. So I fixed the hole that was in the front. And here's when I go. But I do go around at the end, adding, I believe, maybe just the chain. I might not even add the lantern because I like the little tendrils vibe it kind of gives. Okay, you got one going, and now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side as well. But I believe I try adding the trim, but I go one up, if I'm not mistaken, after giving it a look. Because I didn't like how it overhanged. I want it to be kind of on the roof. And you're just gonna do that around. And then you're gonna come up. I don't know why I was trying to dig into it and do it. And then I realized, what the heck am I doing? I tried doing it with blocks more easily, but I feel like my precision it felt different than, I like using slabs. I don't know. because I realized I didn't bring them up, all of them correct. Or it might have just been that bottom one. But I knew I did something off. And then you're going to go on the other side and you're going to do the same exact thing. Just add a trap door. And then I come up and then I just bring that up, I believe, 2. And there you have it. That's what you get, my dears. This is the Fantasy Tower Dark, if you will. And this is how it turns out. Still looks marvelous with trim. With the trim, I cut off. I realized that it was not complete. I didn't finish that bit. It made me sad. So I do get. Yeah. Okay. So I do get the blocks because I'm like, oh no, I literally forgot that bit, and I'm assuming if I didn't do it, you didn't do it. So I do show you me doing it because I'm not a criminal that you know of. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I'm just fixing the sides, and then I go around adding, I believe after this, I'm like, I can take it one more step a little farther. And then I add the fence, but initially you could be done here if you would like. Now here, I don't mind that the fence isn't touching all of them. Or not the fence, it's a chain. What the heck? And it's generally just finding and placing where I wanted things to go. And then, yeah. I could not remember for the life of me if I did it on the one closest to the wood or not. And I didn't. And here's what I was talking about. I knew I missed a block on one of those. It like embedded in my brain and it was bothering me this whole time. But there you have it. This is your house. This is your tower. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. Please, I'm begging you. I'm on my knees. That sounded weird. Okay, yep, but this is your house and I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.